my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all of my favorite products for the month of June. I know that this lighting setup or this location might be a little bit off. It's not as bright, or at least it's not coming up as bright on my viewfinder right now. Sorry about that. Like I said in my last video, I am playing out with settings, locations, lighting and stuff. I'm still waiting on my new ring light, but I'm hoping it comes in this week, and I think that will really help alleviate some of this darkness or shadows that we're seeing. But thank you guys so much for being so patient with that. Last month I wasn't able to put up my monthly favorites, even though I did have some products that I was absolutely loving. So I wanted to make sure that this month I got around to doing that and sharing them with you guys. I'm not gonna talk your ear off. Let's just go ahead and get started with the first product. All right, there are two palettes I want to talk to you guys about. Both I actually did not purchase like myself. They came in a BoxyCharm of mine. This one was from May's BoxyCharm, I want to say. This is from Pure Cosmetics, and this is the Pure Highlight and Contour palette. Comes with a mirror, and then you get two contouring and bronzing shades, and you get two highlighter shades right here. This one is obviously way too dark for me. Like I can't even like dip into it a little bit because it just looks muddy on my skin. This one is still pretty dark, but I can still make it work. I just have to work a light hand with it. So the contouring shades are actually okay. Not the best color choice wise, but pigmentation and blendability and stuff, they work really well. But the thing I want to talk to you guys about are these highlighters. These are so fantastic. And look at the highlighters right there. More silvery pearl one, that is the shade Originator. And then this one right here, more like rosy or beige kind of tone, is the shade Trailblazer. But what I really like about these is you get that really nice highlighty kind of pop on the cheekbones. But these are very, very smooth, very pigmented, very creamy. They kind of remind me of the ColourPop pressed highlighters, and they last on the skin a very, very long time. They're just super glowy, and I just really like them. So I wanted to give this little guy a shout out. Alright, and then the other palette I want to talk to you guys about, I also got in my BoxyCharm. This was from this month's BoxyCharm. This is from Marc Cosmetics. I think this is Makeup by Gabby's line. The palette looks like this. I'm sure you guys have seen it everywhere. It's a really, really good palette. When I first got it, I was like, I don't think I like it. And then the more I looked at it, I was like, actually, I do kind of like it. And I was so shocked how pigmented and how nice these are. So the mattes blend out so nicely. They're very pigmented at the same time, and they don't blend away to nothing, which is really nice. There are a lot of good shadows, but there's not a lot of amazing matte shadows that do that stay pigmented and blend out nicely, but don't blend away to nothing or to minimize the color. And these do just that. They really uphold the color of the pan, and you can build them up, you can blend them out. And I just really like them. Stars for sure of this entire palette are their shimmer shades. You get this really nice kind of like teal color. You can even see like how I swatched it right there. And then this one is my favorite, El Malacon. And then you get this more pinky one, La Costa. So right there. Like the swatches are nice, but I feel like even these swatches don't do them justice. These on the eyes are so pigmented, so vibrant. They stay true to color, as you can see right there. I've been wearing this one, El Malacon, on my eye like every single day since I got this palette. So pigmented, they're so creamy, and they stay on the eye, and they actually last, because sometimes shimmer shadows have a tendency to like crumble off or fall off throughout the day. Not these. They stay this pigmented and this vibrant all day, and I just really like them. And then the last little palette I have to talk to you guys about is actually a drugstore palette. It's a smaller palette. This is from CoverGirl, and this is the Peach Punch Highlighter palette. And let me just tell you that it has been a minute since I've liked anything from CoverGirl. I think that the longest time, I should say, that they were kind of lacking in the like new development department, new products, or staying on trend and stuff. But this past couple of months, they've been releasing more and more products. So I kind of wanted to see how it compared to like the Too Faced Peach line, and overall just if it was a good palette, because I really do like finding palettes that come with a blush, highlighter, and bronzer. It's just easier to carry one palette versus multiple singles or multiple palettes, and I'm happy to report that I do really like this palette. It comes like this. You get one highlighter, one bronzer, and then you get this kind of pinky blush. I really do like them all. This highlighter is not the most pigmented highlighter, not like the Pure Cosmetics ones, but it's still pretty pigmented. And this one's actually more kind of like a beige with like a hint of rose. It has a little bit of gold flakes in there, so it kind of gives it that more warmish kind of vibe. My favorite out of all of them is this blush right here. It is what I'm wearing on my cheeks right now. It just gives you that nice hint of peach. This tends to lean more on like the peachy pink side, but I'm totally okay with that because it looks really nice on the skin. Just gives you that warmth and that vibrancy that you're looking for when you're looking for a nice blush on the cheeks. One has some sort of like iridescence too. It goes down to like a matte finish, like a matte powder finish, so you don't see any of the shimmer. And then the last one is the bronzer here. And the bronzer I also enjoy. This one tends to lean more on the warm side. It is the bronzer that I'm wearing right now. And I really like it. Blends out really nice, goes on smooth. It's easily buildable. Like I said, it just does lean a little bit more on the warm side. Overall, I really do like this palette. If you guys like more natural makeup or like more everyday kind of makeup, I think you will really enjoy this just because, like I said, it's not overly pigmented, it's not complicated to work with, it still gets the job done. And it does smell like peaches, and thankfully it's not as overpowering as the peach products from Too Faced. Alright, this next product, if you follow me on Instagram, you will probably not be surprised because I have been raving about it non-stop. This is from Marc Jacobs, and this is the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Omega Bronzer. And it comes in this limited edition white packaging, giant mirror, and then here is the product. You guys, I've literally been using this non-stop since I got it. I think I posted about it on Instagram saying that it was sold out for the longest time. Randomly walked into a Sephora. I had 2 left, snatched this one, and I was like, that's it. Did try it out, and I absolutely love it. It's everything that everybody had raved about. It's pigmented. It blends out nicely. It smells like coconuts, but not like an overpowering smell of coconuts. And it's just the perfect bronzer to bronze, and it's the perfect bronzer to contour. I don't know how they did it, but when I swivel my brush in there and then just bronze my face, it gives me that warm kind of bronzy toasted look. But if I dunk my brush in there as well and like really build it up, I get a nice sharp cool tony kind of contour. I don't know how they did it, but I really do love this just to bronze the face and just to contour. I feel like this is my perfect product if I want to contour or bronze because I don't need to get 2 different products. And I did hear through the grapevine that they are making this product permanent, not in this white packaging, but you will be able to get it in the traditional black and silver Marc Jacobs packaging, but it's going to be the exact same shade and name and all that stuff. Since I was just talking about my favorite bronzer, I want to talk to you guys about my favorite bronzer brush that I've been using. This is from Morphe. This is the R10. It's dirty because I use it, and I really just kind of want to get another one of these brushes because now that it's so dirty, I don't want to be without it. I don't want to use another bronzer brush. This is the perfect bronzer brush because it's not like a round powder brush, so it's not like one of these. It's a little bit more compact and a little bit more defined. I think that's what makes it so perfect to contour and to bronze, because I can dunk this into my contour product and then just keep going back and forth to make a nice chisel defined line, but then I can like tilt it on its side and blend everything out and diffuse the product a little bit more. I think you can do so much with this one. I've like contoured my nose. You can apply product underneath your eye. I use this solely for bronzer, and it's been my favorite bronzer brush. I have not had like a absolute favorite brush that I want to use every single day for bronzer in a long time. Alright, so I have one blush to talk to you guys about. I know I just talked to you guys about the CoverGirl palette, and I've been loving that one, but when I'm not using the blush inside there, I have been using this one from Benefit. This is the Dallas Boxed Blush, and it looks just like this. This one is a little bit more on the beige kind of nude side. It has a hint of pink, it has a hint of peach in there, but it's not as pink or peach as the CoverGirl palette. And I just love this, especially for makeup days where it's a little bit more dramatic on the eyes. I'm wearing a bold lip or something, and I want to have blush, some warmness in my cheeks, but I don't want it to overpower the rest of the look. This is perfect. It's just the right amount of pigmentation, and it's just the right amount of warmth and color on the cheeks. And I also really love this for everyday makeup looks. I definitely don't go as heavy when I'm going just into the office, if I have a really busy or really long day ahead of me, because it just kind of gives that perfect hint of color and warm the cheeks, but it doesn't overpower any look. And I really love it. I really do like it. I'm kind of annoyed that I waited so long to try it out because I just love it so much and I get so much use out of it that I feel like I totally could have justified the $30. One last powder to talk to you guys about. This is from Too Faced, and this is the Too Faced Peach Perfect mattifying loose setting powder. This one is infused with peach and sweet fig cream. You guys, I am completely obsessed with this one. If you guys have been watching me for some time, you guys know that for the longest time, the Laura Mercier translucent powder was my favorite one, and then it was replaced by the Too Faced Born This Way ethereal setting powder. I still love that powder, but I feel like I may even like this one more. I just feel like every time I use this product, my makeup really stays all day, flawlessly all day. Every single time I use this product, it never creases underneath my eyes when I bake or when I set it underneath there. Neither does the Born This Way. Like they kind of go hand in hand. I really do like both of them. I think they're both really amazing and fantastic powders, but for some reason this one just always kind of tends to look perfect, that I'm leaning more towards liking this one. So I really love the Born This Way, but this one has just been my go-to the last month or so. Now this one does smell a lot like peaches, like an overwhelming amount of peaches. Throughout the day it doesn't linger. It's not like you turn around and you smell peach, but when you first apply it and then at the end of the day when you're taking it off, I feel like you will be able to taste that peach. So if you don't like that, you may not like this one. I would stick with the ethereal setting powder. I absolutely love that one, but like I said, this one has just, I don't know, this one has just made my skin look so amazing the last month that I'm really liking this one. I'm not 100% sure if I talked about it before. I don't think I have, but if I have, I'm sorry. This is from Cover FX, and this is the Shimmer Veil, and this is in the shade Amethyst. So there it is right there. Super foily looking, super metallic looking. It does have a little iridescence on there. It's like purpley and then it's kind of pink at the same time. This is a really good cream shadow. Sometimes cream shadows on the eye, when you apply it, it tends to like wipe the product off, or it's chunky, or it lasts a little bit and then it crumbles off and it falls off. And this one doesn't do that. This one is different than the Stila Magnificent Metal ones because this one is an actual like cream eyeshadow. It is very foily and metallic-y looking. It does have that like holographic tint to it, but it's not like a glitter, whereas the Stila ones are a little bit more on the glitter side. They are a little bit chunkier. They still work really well, but they are a little bit chunkier on the eye, and you can tell that they're actual glitter particles, whereas this one, like I said, is more of like a foiled holographic kind of metallic eyeshadow. This next product is a primer, and it has been a while since I've really enjoyed a primer as well. This one I also got in my BoxyCharm, and I'm literally so obsessed with it. I use it every single day. This is from Cover FX, and this is their blurring primer. You guys can see how much I've used it because I've squeezed the heck out of it. I really like it. It's a really good primer. When I first got it, I thought it was going to be more silicone based, but it's not. It's a flesh colored primer. This one is really smooth. It glides on really nicely, just seeps into the skin, and it's more of kind of like a moussey texture. I feel like this is, if the Dr. brand Pores No More primer and the Smashbox one had a baby, I feel like it would be this one. It fills in the pores nicely. It's a little bit thick, but it doesn't leave a greasy film. It's like a little bit of Facetune in a bottle, and I really like it. And then the last product I have to talk to you guys about is a CC cream. This is from Herborian Korean Skin Therapy, and this is the CC Creme High Definition Radiance Face Cream. It does have SPF 25 sunscreen in this. I picked this up because I saw Kristen Dominique talk about it, and she said it was really good coverage and it just went nicely on the skin and it looked flawless, and I completely agree. I have been using this non-stop and I really like it. I tend to be a all or nothing kind of girl. Like, I'm either not gonna wear makeup at all or I'm gonna wear a full face of makeup. I kind of don't like, or it's very rare that you'll see me like just CC cream and highlighter, or just concealer and a little bit of brows. If that's the case, I would just rather do nothing. But this one kind of helps me to kind of be a little bit more on that nothing side. I use this most days when I'm about to go to work. I will go in with a pore smoothing primer and this on top. And the reason I really like it is because it really does have great coverage in this one, especially for a CC cream. I find that not all of my imperfections are shining through. It does kind of level out my skin tone a little bit more. To make it all look nice and cohesive and smooth and stuff. I like a matte formula, but it's also not super dewy. It's just that nice, healthy skin kind of glow to the skin, so it's not like an overabundance of radiance, and I really like it. I really have been liking this one, and even on days where I want a little bit more coverage, I will still go in with the CC cream, and then I'll just add a drop or two of my NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint in St. Moritz. And then these together have been my go-to. I've been wearing them non-stop, especially on these hot summer days that we're having like 90 plus weather. These feel so great on the skin. They're very lightweight, but they still protect my skin because they both have SPF in it. And it does give me that full coverage without it having to be an actual liquid foundation or thick kind of stick foundation. So that was a lot of products to get through, but it has been like a month and a half's worth of products that I've been wanting to rave about to you guys. Of course, leave it down in the comments below. What are some favorite products that you guys are loving this past month? I always look for recommendations from you guys in case I'm missing out on something amazing. And I haven't really been buying makeup that much, so I know the next time there's a big sale, I know I'm gonna stock up on a bunch of things. So Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all that stuff is gonna be linked down below for you guys, as well as coupon codes to help you save money. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.